Hi, Scorpio placements. Welcome to part 2 of your career reading. If you're just now tuning in, my name is Jasmine. Welcome to Worldwide Peacemaker Vibes. I'm your tarot card reader for this general healing and ascension message when it comes to your career. So in part 1, I talked about where you are professionally, and it is in your mind, in your head, some thoughts about different situations. Maybe you feel stuck at a job place and you're watching tarot to see what's happening with management. Some of you all's company is going through some scrutiny and will be going through some changes, but it's not because of you personally for some of you. So let's just get back into the reading. Let me just pick right on back up where we left off. Okay, I hope everyone's having a great day. My day is fine so far. I'm just so thankful that my gifts create wealth for myself and my children with integrity. So at anywho, all right, Scorpio placements, in all seriousness, current career energy was you and your thoughts, or someone is really thinking about how they're about to go to prison. Could be your boss, could be the CEO of your company, etc. What's hidden, it was some things that were hidden that you aren't able to see, but what you need to see, as long as you ask God to show you, to reveal what you need to know and what you need to see when it comes to your job and your career, the answers will be given to you. Okay? Let's get into workplace dynamics. And I'm using What's the News to find out what's the workplace dynamics. What's the overall workplace dynamics for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and or cross watchers whose job and career has been impacted by low vibrational magicians, low vibrational psychologists, low vibrational philosophers, and low vibrational detectives and things of the sort. What's the current workplace dynamics for those currently employed for a company and or corporation organization? What's the overall workplace dynamics? Turned. It's a lot of party animals in that workplace. A lot of sex, drugs, and alcohol, and surface pleasures. That's the overall workplace dynamics for some of y'all. As soon as individuals break up, they bounce to one another. I don't know whose workplace this is, but it's some fire signs, and then somebody got somebody pregnant. Somebody got somebody pregnant. Somebody got somebody pregnant. Y'all are messy. To the actual detectives watching this, who have known this whole time, who I was destined to be with, you guys are very messy energetically. I don't approve at all. Let's get into this workplace dynamics. Turn. Party animals, sex, drugs, alcohol, surface pleasures. That's the workplace dynamics. Some of y'all company is ran by a bunch of all the way turned up, low vibrational feminine energies, even if these are men. They're hoes with the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. And they're under judgment. So some of y'all are going to find out, honestly, y'all workplace is going through spiritual warfare and scrutiny, whether it's something to do with the taxes or who the company uses for bookkeeping. It has to do with spell work, you guys. Dirty money to get away with laundering and theft. Here's the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles right here. It's some type of it's some feminine energies that this is what they've been doing when it comes to somebody's company or business. And for those of you that are part of the mob, it's a lot of arguments and debate and conflicts because literally something to do with some female athletes and how they got their gifts to be able to be athletes. So when it comes to the workplace dynamics, if you're a grounded feminine Scorpio, what you need to know right now is that the dynamics is them people are party animals or have sex, drug, and alcohol addictions, or they simply only care about what the job looks like on the surface. They don't actually care about the internal documents and paperwork and what goes into that job. So some of y'all, your workplace dynamic is a bunch of party animals. Look, you got madly in love or people that just have sex with one another. Some of y'all may know this, some of y'all may not. I feel like it's going to start coming out in the workplace, and some of y'all really going to have to work on getting a new job. It says uniqueness and nourish your soul. So somebody that is having a workplace situation right now, you may find out who's hiring in a physical newspaper. Like some jobs do still put postings in the newspaper. So to you, feminine energy, you could be a female Scorpio that's just in the flow of everything. I want you to relax while you're doing a new job search or waiting to hear back from a job or something like that. But I do pick up rapidly. God is going to be moving you away from this workplace dynamic situation that's full of turnt party animals. I would never want to work somewhere that's full of a bunch of clowns and people with addiction to sex, drugs, and alcohol. What work is actually getting done? What is the mission of that company if that's all that's there? Let's see what the overall employer's energy. So that's workplace dynamics. Let's find out the overall energy of the employer. Like the overall energy of that company. Let's do large workplaces. Like if you work for a large organization. If you work for the CIA, what's the overall energy for those who the CIA is their employer? Those that work for the Central Intelligence Agency. You have today reading up. I guess today employers are getting tarot card readings on y'all, or vice versa. Maybe the CIA is going to be finding out who reads tarot on the side and they go get fired. So today, if you work for the CIA and you be reading tarot, you about to get fired. Today, if you work for the CIA, they very well could be getting a tarot card reading on you. And you know, what happens is what happens when they find out whatever. You bind yourself to that job. You loved bomb the interviewer to get that job in the first place. You karmic. It's receipts. If you work for the Federal Bureau of Investigations, oh my gosh, you guys. My boo and then new boo was right there beside each other. Y'all chill. I don't know all the dynamics of that. I know something about some pirates and you know, they just wanted to flow in the ocean of love for the love of Jasmine. They wanted that money, man. They wanted that money. The money that comes with being with me. So at any rate, if you work for the Federal Bureau of Investigations and you high vibrational, it says cuffing season. If you work for the FBI and you're high vibrational, because it's different offices all over, what's the overall energy employer-wise for the FBI? You have dirty money and by Felicia. So if you work for the FBI and it's been found that you accepted dirty money or you've been helping launder, steal, and do illegal things, you're getting fired. The FBI is firing people. Some oversized BBWs that wanted to be sneaky links and side pieces to different people. Some of them are telling, and others are just so hurt that they can't manipulate men anymore using divination and root work. Collective who are waking up to spell work being done on your finances in general. Let's get the financial energy. What's the financial energy overall right now for those that are spiritually awakening to the fact that their career and money has been impacted by black magic and low vibrational supernatural forces that are getting put in their place, that are being returned to the dimension that they were created in? You have moderation, temperance, and divine timing, angels. So your financial energy is do everything in moderation and practice patience. Collective, whoever you worked for, whether you're employed or not, your overall financial energy is balance, temperance, patience, moderation. Spend in moderation, save in moderation, budget in moderation. Everything you do in moderation and practice patience. Clarifying temperance for financial energy. You have the Tower. That's major changes. Scorpio and 9 of Pentacles. If you're an entrepreneur, you're going to have major transformations. Do everything in moderation. If you have vibrational, angels are going to be bringing you the transformations that you need financially in moderation. Over the next 9 years. Focus on your self-employment for the next 9 years if you're an entrepreneur. If you're employed by a big organization or institution and you know that angels have been communicating or supernatural forces have been communicating, you may want to start making a 9-year plan when it comes to that company. Or what have you been doing for that company for the last 9 years? Somebody may be getting their work record checked, because I'm hearing a conversation where someone feels picked on, but they're not being picked on. You've been working for that company and taking trips and all of that stuff for a while now, but there's no proof of you actually doing any work. That's to somebody that tried to play with a male Scorpio. Or a very strong, intuitive, masculine energy. You tried to play with some masculines using scandals and like the worst gossip possible to impact their career. And it's proof, and angels are telling on you. So it's a feminine energy that majorly impacted somebody's finances, and the angels are telling on her, and she's getting karma, and she might be dragging her coworkers into the karma with her. Possibly trying to get the coworkers to go out to eat, or let's have a potluck. And yeah. Hey, y'all, if y'all have a coworker, they child done graduated recently, or they talking about they about to graduate college in the near future, or they just graduated college or something, because it's different energies going on. Be careful. Somebody is literally trying to put the pill ecstasy in some food and drinks crushed up. Could be some athletes or people connected to. I don't know what all y'all codependent, unhealthy energies done did. My aura isn't weighed down, so you know. My divine masculine is playing basketball with some friends of his right now. Who wants to know? Yes, with my cheap ass Timu wig. Yep, looking good as fuck, huh? You mad because you can't. You mad because Timu wigs don't look this pretty on you, that's all. I ain't even used my eyebrow gel, but they still laid and slayed. So let's get into the generational programming. Let's find out what childhood, family, or ancestral belief is currently affecting your career, literally. Generational programming. What childhood, family, or ancestral belief is currently affecting your career? Generational programming. What childhood, family, or ancestral belief is currently affecting your career? Remember the law of abundance, the law of supply. That's the universal law that's working through you. Generational programming. What childhood, family, or ancestral belief is affecting your career? The things that you choose to release and the things that you may or may not be reaching for. So generationally, there is trauma from your past. It's not for you to dwell there. In order to work on your future, you have to not look back. So some of you have relatives that used to always look back on what they spent their money on. Always look back on what type of career they chose to do and go into some type of regret. You have to get out of that scarce mentality, like the law of supply and the law of abundance says. And I'll go back and read that for you. If you have not watched part 1, I said open your mind to your prosperous nature. The spiritual truth is that the very essence of who you are is abundance. Your higher self desires for you to awaken your infinite potential and innovation. Let go of any scarcity mentality. That was the overall message for part 1 that I was able to get out before the video had cut off. So you have this here. Generationally, y'all ancestors, or even from your childhood, maybe you used to reach for things and you would lose it as soon as you attained it. That's a belief that you no longer need to hold on to. Change y'all childhood story when it comes to y'all finances. If you grew up in a broke, impoverished home, change your story. Let that be the curse that you're breaking. You are the first thousandaire. You are the first millionaire. You are the first person that accepted their spiritual gifts. You're the first person that worked legally for a bank type thing, you know? So generationally, some of you low vibrational people are around other people that have an ancestral belief that they are just supposed to be poor all the time. Could be dealing with a Libra and or a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Capricorn and Virgo. Somebody has a Capricorn, a Virgo, and a Libra family member. Those 3 family members are envious of you. One of them could own a coffee shop. And you recently... Oh, okay. Right. She's a dark goddess, Sabi. Whoever that is. They're a dark goddess. The lesson. What is your higher self trying to teach you at this present time? Amen. What is your higher self trying to teach you at this present time when it comes to your career, work, and money? Your own strength, perseverance, resilience, taming your ego, keeping your ego in check, not being overran by lust and passion or envy yourself. So your higher self is trying to teach you this lesson. Perseverance, holding back, resilience, and taming your ego, especially if you're a masculine watching this. If you're a male watching this, if you're a feminine watching this, all you have to do is heal your money. And heal your money with your self-care, your self-love. Give when you have extra to give. And save and budget. You don't have to do too much. It's male Scorpios or cross-watchers. Y'all gonna have to figure out what y'all gonna do, making a plan, incarcerating those females that have been stealing and laundering and committing illegal crimes who are working for governmental agencies. Some of them y'all done gave a vacation. Vacation. Her vacation needs to be prison for those rituals. That's the vacation. go ahead and do a prison sentence. It's some athlete or somebody that works for a government institution in a relationship with an athlete, and the athlete is on the run. Let's see what needs to die when it comes to your career and work. What needs to die? The moment you finish watching this video, when it comes to career and work, what needs to die? What needs to die? You have knocked up and laughter. Maybe this can be immature, childish behavior that needs to die. Maybe this can be immature, childish behavior that needs to die. What needs to die for humans what needs to die for humans that have regular jobs when it comes to just their work and career at this present time? It's getting hot in here. It says what needs to die? Secrets of that company. Untrustworthy, cat's out of the bag. What needs to die is the secrets involving the workplace dynamics, wherever you are. And what needs to be born? And what needs to be born? Graduation, lesson learned, acquired wisdom, and leveling up. So what needs to be born is you graduating from either that company or that position. What needs to be born is you leveling up and you learning the lesson, which has to do with the strength card, your resilience, your perseverance, holding back, taming your ego. What does Scorpios and cross-watchers need to know about justice and karma when it comes to their career and work? Divine Feminine Scorpio, you're going to have a lot of success and recognition, whatever you wishing for moving forward. Six of Wands and the Nine of Cups, whatever you wish for, literally. And the Star card. Justice and karma. What needs to be known about justice and karma when it comes to Scorpios and cross-watchers in the workplace? Justice and karma. You have the Four of Wands. That's balance. That's balance. So the justice and karma is going to be balanced. Whether this is a new job, somebody could get a new job that's a work from home opportunity. If you high vibrational, I feel like you and your person may get married soon, and that's your justice and your karma. Queen of Pentacles right here. Hello. So yeah, justice and karma for somebody, marriage, work from home, or a stay-at-home wife, or all of the above if that's what you want, with the Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. A new position. And justice and karma is for them low vibrational hoes that we were discussing. Not too much discussing, but what we mentioned with the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands, look, they getting left out in the cold. They're losing the company. They're losing the means to keep the companies going. They're losing the position if they had one. It don't matter. If somebody dealing with an athlete, ma'am, you tried to sacrifice that athlete, and now you're trying to say the athlete tried to sacrifice you. It's a couple of different energies going on. It's the female is lying. I could tell y'all, in a situation where a female is saying a male athlete tried to sacrifice him, that's not the truth. I mean, tried to sacrifice her. I can't say their names. It's a very important basketball player who also has shoes and things like that. There's a female out here saying he tried to sacrifice her. The female was born a man but had a sex change. It might even be a situation where that person went back to being a female after being a male and things like that, and they want money from that masculine, and that masculine is ignoring them. But that, like, female, even if that masculine athlete did karmic things to other individuals, that has nothing to do with you. So it's a low vibrational female out here feeling rejected because some men that have sacrificed other people and got away with it getting caught up in karma, and she tried to sacrifice somebody, and so she's trying to make a plan because she know her ass about to go to jail. It's a few females out here feeling dumb like that, right? You better go visualize something else. What do high vibrational energies need to know about the next 3 to 6 months when it comes to their career and work? What do some high vibrational, responsible individuals that's not for all that arguing and low vibrational energy need to know for their highest and greatest good about the next 3 to 6 months when it comes to their career and workplace? High vibrational, responsible energies that are not being ran by masculine ancestors, but they are nurturing their communities, their environment, and holding it down. You got the Two of Cups and Judgment. Like I said, they're holding the world up and not letting karmics bring others down. What do they need to know about the next 3 to 6 months? 3 of Pentacles. It's going to be vital that you guys work together, especially military forces. Like, real talk, military men, y'all have to work together for the next 3 to 6 months. You have the Knight of Wands. When it comes to the artillery. And then you have Judgment. Yeah, when it comes to that artillery, you guys are going to have to work together because those female, who are they? Who are them? Are those lawyers? Are those women lawyers and philosophers? They used to be able to connect y'all in the space system. Yeah. Over the next 3 to 6 months, military guys, you're going to have to work together when it comes to your, see, you have collaborator. You're going to have to work together to go against these people. Fellas, y'all going to have to work together to go against them. Don't work with them. You have to work against them. Because they not part of this one. They ain't been inspiring people to do nothing except be dark and spread more darkness and kill the leaders of light for their money. Sacrifice light workers at the age of 16 so you can have their gifts and expansion for the rest of your life. If you signed a contract with the Illuminati, you're going to start having some really, really bad nightmares. And that's all I can tell you. You should have rejected it and said no. I had people come in to, look, 4 of Cups and the 2 of Swords. You should have said no. You should have said, no, I'm not going to sacrifice nobody for wealth and fame. But no, you went in on the ritual. If your ancestors were doing rituals for people to work with you, this lifetime was the lifetime for you to walk the fuck away from doing that. 8 of Cups and 8 of Wands. Not repeat the same mistakes. And some of y'all was having conversations telling each other, if we do that ritual, that's gonna hold us back. We're gonna lose such and such. And look what has happened. So you should have listened to your intuition, but you didn't. So if you built a business, an enterprise, an empire off of lies or theft and laundering, that enterprise is going to lose its worth completely. Okay? It sheds a lot. At any rate, final advice is from the Let Me Be Your Energy Prosperity deck. Final advice for Scorpio placements and cross watchers when it comes to their career and work is to repeat that you always have more money coming in than going out. I love you, money. Not to mention also, I'm supposed to ask y'all this at the end of every reading. If this were your last year at this job, what decision would your intuition want you to make today? Okay? If the video resonates or you got some healing and ascension, some laughter, some insight, some awakening, positive vibes, go ahead and hit a thumbs up, like the video. Bye.